Good afternoon, dear Master Tanaka. Good afternoon. We are the gathered fraternity, and we are always here with our full energy available to all beings who wish to follow our messages. We observe that there is always an energetic movement around the entire planet Earth. There is always an energetic movement caused by all the human beings that inhabit planet Earth. Many have not yet observed that their own thinking and feeling causes energetic movement here around all of you. And this energetic movement is through a collective consciousness that is fully established in all human beings. This collective consciousness that we have always claimed to be present among you is a consciousness that is still present and active in your lives, even though you don't realize it. Everything is within a concept of what is considered normal and abnormal in your lives. Since many factors are considered normal to happen in your lives, this means that this collective consciousness is acting in your lives. So, this is why we say that it is permanent, active, and very present in all of your lives. When through their own awareness, human beings begin to perceive the presence of this collective consciousness and begin from their own desire to connect to our energies, this energetic movement that exists here on planet Earth begins to suffer a certain displacement. And you see, this is through the consciousness of just one being. Then, several beings having this awareness will cause many more, I would say, revolutions within this collective consciousness. That is why, through our messages, we ask everyone who is following our energies to begin to act in this way. May you become aware of how important your own energetic movement is. May everyone consider themselves children of God, that all of you recognize in yourselves the energy of God. So, when we ask you, when we request that you, through your own awareness, start to cause these energetic movements that will bring an influence on this collective consciousness, it is so that you realize your own power. All of you, through your own movement, can benefit all of humanity. All of you, through your own movement, can make changes in what you consider collective consciousness. When more beings become aware of their own power and bring about this energetic revolution here on planet Earth, they will realize that there will be a counterflow of this consciousness, which we will call a greater consciousness. And this greater consciousness will be the counterflow of the collective consciousness that is present here now. And as more conscious beings begin to act in this way, this greater consciousness will be the determinant. It will prevail over the collective consciousness. Because observe, the collective consciousness, it is formed from an unconsciousness of beings. Since several beings are unconscious of their own energy, it is formed from this point. And this greater consciousness, on the contrary, it is formed through conscious beings, through acting beings, through the consciousness of the power of God's energy. So the more beings that turn their gaze to God and recognize in themselves the energy of God, this greater consciousness, it will prevail over all humanity. It will prevail on planet Earth. And so, the many changes that everyone is looking for in their lives, they will become visible. They will become full, because the energy that will prevail here on planet Earth will be that of this greater consciousness. And when this greater consciousness begins to manifest here on planet Earth, it will awake many beings to their own energy. It will awake many beings to the true energy of God. Everyone will begin to observe that God is within. that through their own heart, through their own feeling, they will be manifesting God's energy. And this is the goal of all our messages, that all of you who accompany us raise your energies, raise your consciousness, turn your gaze towards God, because the only energy that exists is the energy of God. Therefore, you who are here incarnated on planet Earth are the manifestation of God's energy, and this must be conscious in every being, so that this God energy can manifest in its maximum potentiality, so that this God energy can manifest as it truly is. So, with this message, with this opening of your consciousness, we ask you to reflect and look at your being with much love, with much respect. Because from this love, from this respect, is that the recognition of God's energy will come. So, with much love, with much respect, with much gratitude, I say goodbye. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.